morning, dear souls and dear friends and dear family. Good morning. I can't begin to tell you how long I thought about this topic today. Peace inside and outside. Big topic and a lot we have to do. How do you all feel? And I know a lot of you aren't on yet, but how do you all feel? Are you peaceful? Are you feeling peace? Tell me. Good morning, you all. Are you feeling the peace inside of you that's an innate quality? It's there. It's there, believe it or not, even when we see everything taking place in the outside. So let's think about that. And let's start by saying Om Shanti. Om Shanti is a wonderful way to start the day. So let's say it. We'll say it 3 times. And the vibration of the Om and the Shanti give us that whole vibration within our body. And you know we're not our body. We are all souls. This is where we live. Right in our forehead, right here. That's where the soul resides. It's like I say all the time, if you have a car, the car can't go by itself. It needs the driver. Well, the soul is our driver. And so we all have to get back to a place of being a soul, being soul conscious, and connecting with who we really are. So let's say it all together. Om Shanti. Let's do it together. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. And now very strong, and let's do it. Om Shanti. I am a peaceful soul. I choose to live in peace. That's what Om Shanti means. Om is I am. Shanti is peace. And believe it or not, we all are peace. That's one of our original qualities of the soul. The soul is eternal. It takes these qualities with us. After the body leaves, the soul continues on. The qualities are peace and love and bliss, which is beautiful happiness, wisdom, purity. 5 qualities of the soul. And this soul always moves on in eternity with those qualities. So believe it or not, they are within you. Sometimes it's hard to think that they are because of what is going on in the outside world. Today we're going to combine both qualities of the inside and the outside. So please, if you can, combine the two. The inside peace that we are and the outside that we see going on. I just wanted to say a couple words about peaceful protests. People right now are angry. They're angry because they know that they have something to be non-peaceful about, peaceless about. So this angry quality is alive and well out there. but knowing that we, all of us listening today, we are peaceful. We are peaceful because we are that inside. You know, it's like angry birds flying around your head. They want to come in and make a nest. But you don't have to let them. You don't have to let that peacelessness that's outside come within you. You can keep the peace that you are. From our lesson this morning, it said people are hungry. They're thirsty for knowledge to stay in peace. They are thirsty, and the only way we're going to get that knowledge is by opening ourselves up to the connection with the Supreme. This is the way we will get the knowledge for the thirsty souls. And once we are having it and it's there within us, we can share it with the world. We can give the world the peace. Because here there's 25, 30 of us. And 25 and 30 in Miami, and 25 and 30, and all over the world, it comes to thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, of souls, who believe that the peace that we have inside can be shared with the world. So the only way and the only explanation I can give everyone is that we must remain in the connection of soul consciousness. Because when we connect with our soul to other souls, we see them as a soul. We don't see them as angry people. Protests are wonderful when you want to get something done, when it's done in peace. It's a wonderful way to express your feelings. But the peacelessness, the people that agitate these protesters are just angry people. They don't want to have peace. They want to incite riots. But I've seen in the last couple of days, it's more peaceful out there. And I think the reason being is that people have remembered God. That's the only way. We have to remember who we are and what we are and how we can stay peaceful and send that peace all over the world. This is a must. From 1936, when the Brahma Kumaris began, they lived in a world of peace and service to God. And that's what we have to do now. Stay connected to the God of your choice, whoever it is. And if you're an atheist, that's okay, as long as you're peaceful. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful inside. So let's hear if we can listen to a meditation this morning and see if we can stay and get our peace and our love and the combination of all those things back with us. So let's listen to a beautiful meditation this morning.
Which one of these foods contains a protein that can make your arthritis pain worse?
You have to realize that there's a commercial. Okay.
Time is peace. How many times do people say, I want peace of mind? Because without peace, there can't be stability, there can't be focus, everything appears chaotic. And very easily, when there's no peace, then negativity becomes stronger. Let us look at peace. Let us find peace. And of course, we cannot really find peace outside. Stable peace, which renews me again and again, is inside. And I need to find this peace daily. It cannot be a peace that I find just through a walk in the forest or a walk along the seaside. That is very beautiful and very refreshing. But most of us live in cities. We have busy lives. We don't have time to go to the sea, to be in the forest for many hours. So let me find this oasis of peace inside myself. Peace means harmony. Peace means balance. Peace means a quiet mind. A mind that is under my control. A mind that can be still. A mind that is not like a horse or a monkey that runs here and there whenever it wants. My mind should not have a mind of its own. In silence, with attention, I gradually become the master of my own mind. And the mastery of my mind is to keep it quiet whenever I wish. And in that quietness, I can recharge it. I can give it strength. And when my mind is fresh, when my mind is positive, then my life becomes peaceful. Peace is tranquility. Tranquility is the atmosphere I create around myself. And in that atmosphere of tranquility, others also get refreshment. They also feel themselves released from anxiety, irritation, fears. They are able to relax when they are near me. Peace is serenity. Serenity is a state of being. Serenity is like a combination of being complete within and being content. Complete means I am satisfied with who I am and what I have. And I'm not running after things all the time. I'm also allowing things to come to me. Content. When I am content, I have let go of the wrong desires which make me rush here and there. And in that rushing, not only do I lose my peace, but also my balance. Just let me remain in this thought. I am a serene being. Let me feel that contentment and feeling of fullness. When I am serene, I am truly at one with myself. Serenity is the highest point of peace, the most powerful expression of peace. Peace is calmness. Calmness is when there is no disturbance in my thoughts and in my feelings. When I am calm, I truly have become the master of a situation. I keep myself free from allowing negative influences to dominate me. When I am calm, I am aware and I am alert to keeping the quality of peace as a sacred point of reference within myself. I will not allow it to be hidden or to be forgotten. If I have found peace, I have found the greatest treasure. To keep this peace, let me not become too critical of others. Let me not overreact to them. Let there be a quiet acceptance, a humble tolerance, which keeps good feelings and positive vision, even towards those who seem to like creating chaos and negativity. To be in peace will make me generous towards others. To be in peace means I save, I economize on the energy of my thoughts and my feelings. But at the same time, I'm able to donate. I'm able to donate this peace wherever and to whomever it is necessary. Peace is a quality of my being. Peace is my strength. I am a being of peace.
Om Shanti. That's what we all said before. Om Shanti. I am a being of peace. You see, as Brother Anthony Strano, who is an angel, left us with so much knowledge and so many beautiful meditations, and if we listen to them, even if we listen once a day, once a week, whatever, his knowledge just grabs into our soul and gives us the words. He said tolerance. He said serenity. He said peace is a part of us. It's part of our eternal soul. We must be humble when we meet someone who has the negativity that we don't want. We stay in our place of peace, and we stay and we're humble and we're kind. And I always tell people, if you're angry and you're angry with the world that we've seen in the last several weeks, if you are angry, you stay in your peace and don't let that come within you. Our beloved Daddy Janky, whose soul left the body in March of 27th of this year, who was 104, she always said the world is full of sorrow and don't buy any. And even now, it's even more so, because we see these demonstrations. We see this anger that people have. And we realize that some of that anger is justified, certainly. But we have to approach it in peace. We have to approach our lives in peace. And when you make the connection to the Supreme Soul, you realize that this is the only way our world is going to get back to the place of peace. This is the only way, because people have forgotten. They have forgotten God. You can see that. And so now, if we can essentially send our peacefulness and our love and our caring to these poor, suffering, peaceless souls out in the world, we are doing a great service. We are doing God's service. We are doing things the way God would want us to do that, to give these thirsty souls a drop of nectar, of His knowledge and of His peace. So when we do that, we can keep our love and our peace in our heart. Meredith just wrote, it's time to buy into peace and harmony. This is now. This is now what we have to do, to buy into the peace and harmony, humility, tolerance, all of the beautiful values that we have. And if we have them, we can share them with the world out there. This world needs us. It needs each one of you to do that. Because if one person, just even one, is in peace and sends that vibration or gives that vibration to a soul that they see who is peaceless, you have already done the service that's true and loving and caring. Now, I worked yesterday on trying to get a meditation from one of our meditators that you probably haven't heard from for a while. And I want you to listen, because I know you're going to love listening to this. So let me just find it here on the iPad. Okay, now you listen and you'll know the voice as soon as I play this. So sit down if you're standing and put your feet on the ground. Take a nice deep breath and let's listen.
I relax my body and go into physical stillness. Gently, with the awareness of the body and the awareness of the mind, close your eyes gently and let's relax. Focusing your thoughts in the middle of your forehead. And what do you see? In this vast space of darkness, you may see nothing, or a race of thoughts going This is like a screen of watching a play. And let's gently keep our thoughts there in between our eyes, inside of our forehead, and ask yourself, who am I? Who am I and where do I belong and who do I belong to? This is the essence of our true identity. Letting go of all of those roles and titles. Throughout the day we have so many titles and so many roles, but for how long do I spend time with my own self? Being gentle and kind and loving and honest with myself. If I am a human being, for how long do I spend the consciousness of human, and for how long do I spend the consciousness of being? I, the being, reside in the middle of my forehead, in the form of light. I, the soul, am peace. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. And as I focus my eyes inward, and I can see how my mind comes to focus inside the screen of my mind. Just wait and see a little dot, a sparkling point of light. And recognize that that is the being that I am, that resides in me full time. That brings life to this body, and that also connects with the supreme abode, my home of peace. And I gently look at myself as this point of light, and I rise up way above the sky into a vast place of empty space where I can relax and leave this body behind and just detach in this beautiful, sweet silence and a space of solitude where I, the soul, can reside alone. It is in this space here that I take power. I suddenly can imagine the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Light, merge right in front of me, shining bright, and experience the solitude of only the Supreme and myself alone. Gently recognizing the vibrations of my body rising, and perhaps even my heartbeat becoming faster. Experiencing a sense of sweet silence and peace. Recognizing that I, the soul, am in direct contact with the Supreme. And now I ask myself, how do I feel? Do I feel peaceful? Can I merge love in my heart? The Supreme being the bestower of love and the bestower of peace. And therefore, I, the child, am also that. I am the embodiment of love and the embodiment of peace. It resides within me. And the more I'm aware of this, the more it overflows. overflowing of love. That's who I am. There is great power in this peace, in silence, and in love. It is what all souls long for today. And they call out, "Oh Father, please have mercy and give us love and give us peace." And so it's something that we should just claim within our heart and in our mind. And as I focus my mind on just being this tiny point, I observe that my mind comes to almost a standpoint of stillness. And my body is still. I feel great joy in this space, feeling my heart open like a blossoming flower and radiating some fragrance out into the space, and where I can imagine my body just smiling with this joy, experiencing God's love and the inner peace that I am and that I hold and that I wish to share with this world. From this space here, I can look down and look at the globe and send radiating light. Radiating light that fills the entire earth like a blanket of this golden red light, and allow Mother Earth and nature to experience this peace in this silence, so she has mercy on us, and that all souls on this globe experience peace with this silence, where love and compassion and respect is shared amongst all of us. I am a peaceful soul, and I am a loving soul, and I fill myself with great power. God, the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Light, my Father, is only just one thought away, 1 second. And with this, I can return back into my forehead, into the body, and emerge this feeling and vibration within my body. So as I walk and talk and think, as I move around, I can share this space and this vibration with the globe and play my part on this world transformation and this bestowing of the globe. Spreading these vibrations of peace and love all over the planet, in every corner. Holding this peace, this silence, merged inside my body, expanding it. And with this, I say, Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Well, Sandra recognized who that was. How many of you knew who that was speaking, giving such a beautiful meditation? I worked to get that because I really wanted to play that today. And if you don't know who that was Alex, Brother Alec. And he's still away, but he should be coming home back soon to Miami. He was stuck well, not stuck because he really wanted to stay there in India, and they weren't allowing Americans to leave. So he was in Delhi, and he's still there, but he will be back. So that's why the quality of the sound you couldn't quite get, because it wasn't as clear, but it was from a recording, and I really wanted to play that for you because his knowledge and his wisdom that he gives to us is so profound and so wonderful. His voice can bring us all back to the peace that we are. We're lighthouses. You know how the lighthouse stays on the top of a rock somewhere set into the ocean? There's many lighthouses. People collect pictures of lighthouses. Well, you are a lighthouse. You're a lighthouse of light. Because you are light, you can share that with others. You can share your light and bring them into your light. Or you can share your light and they can open their hearts and be light for the world. This is our peace. This is our peace inside and our peace outside. By sharing this love and the silence of peace and harmony and all the special qualities that we are, all the values. We're love, we're wisdom, we're purity of thought, purity of love, purity of wisdom. This is who we are, and we have to share this. Share it. There's so many peaceless souls out there. So if the 25, 35 people that are watching today, if each one of you sits down in silence and gathers the powers that God gives to us and spreads your light across the world. Imagine hundreds of thousands of BKs all over the world are doing the same thing. That is the science of the Brahma Kumaris, to bring peace and love back to the light and to our hearts. God, my heart is open. Raz says this all the time. Please come sit in my heart. Come sit and be loving and peaceful so that I can send your light to the world at large, so I can be the service to you, so I can be who you are and who I would like to be constantly. So let's see what else I have to share with you today. I have a wonderful meditation, and I couldn't record it, but I know that I want to play it for you because it's so beautiful. And no matter what, it's one that I want you to realize. Every day at 8 o'clock, Sister Jenna does a meditation and a talk for 15 minutes. Well, she's also on at 6:30 at night. But this is called her spiritual vaccine, being wise-ish at 8 o'clock in the morning. And there's some wonderful things, and if you are in the house, as most of us are, listen to that. Sister Jenna Meditation Museum. And this is one from her new album that's just coming out soon. So wait, let me get rid of this. Okay.
Breathe. Breathe again. Gently keeping your eyes open and your heart open. You slowly get out of the chair, moving easily as you exit the room of your most cherished moments. You walk towards the room across from you. You now leave behind your cherished thoughts. And in this other room are your challenges, your greatest hurdles, the burdens you've had to bear, that part of you that's blocked or stuck. Upon entering the room, there's a gray haze. The light is dim, but there's also a chair in this room by the window. But before you can even walk over to it, you are struck by many faces, places, and things that you've carried as burdens that you bear. Events that left you feeling powerless, ashamed, guilty, frightened, angry, bewildered, and a little uneasy. You walk past them as quickly as you can towards the chair by the window, and you sit, capturing your breath again and taking deep breaths. Your heart beats a little faster here. You want to close your eyes so you don't see the faces, the places, the events. Yet, there's that warm, gentle light still aglow by the window, awaiting you by the chair for you to sit. You move towards it and sit in the chair, wishing desperately to remove, to erase, to delete these faces, places, events. You try to shut out these feelings of discomfort, but they persist. You try to close your eyes, but you still find yourself being pulled into their vibrations, into their energy, silently yourself time to build the courage to see them for what they were, knowing that they were what they were, that it was all destined to happen, that it was a story that you had to carry. And you ask yourself, do I still have to carry these with me inside? How do these faces and places and events serve me? Where was I in my journey that attracted them to me? Not why me, but where was I inside myself that attracted them to me? Where was I consciously when I had my name on it? Here you find yourself somehow feeling a gentle courage coming to life. It's an acceptance, a kind of truth that begins to offer you a deep degree of freedom. A freedom you've been seeking from your external world, but could never find it. With each second, you find courage, becoming your armor, to birth the power to face and the power to let go of fear and deception. An energy to which you have become accustomed, and one that blocked you from living your calling in real purpose. Can you hear yourself? It now whispers to you, I see. I see. I see you. This burden, this pain, this blockage, it isn't me, but a part of me that I attached my identity, and it has held me back. I'm realizing this deep, deep realization gives you passage to see them for what they were, and now release. Release them. Release them as far as you can. At least release them for this moment in time.
Wow, powerful. Om Shanti. That was Sister Jenna, Jenna, who is from the Washington Brahma Kumaris, the Meditation Museum 1 and 2. That's a brand new CD that she has coming out shortly. You'll be able to buy it on CD Baby and probably several other sites. But I'm telling you, you can listen to her as well as all our meditators from Miami, Meredith and VJ and Dev and Mercedes. I know I'm forgetting some names, but the reason I love that particular track and it's called Inner World, Your Inner World by Sister Jenna. The reason I love that particular track is because it shows you that sometimes these things, these souls come into our mind and cause us negativity and peacelessness. And yet with God's power and yet with God's grace and tolerance and mostly our own courage, we can get rid of those negative obstacles that sometimes crawl into our mind. It's true. It happens to all of us. And yet we know better. We know better that we are the light. We have the courage and we are the light to send our light into this world. So with courage and tolerance and peacefulness, we can give this energy of love and caring to our outer world. That's the only way we are going to survive. Things are going to be different when the world changes. I believe the changes are going to be good. I think people are going to care more about each other. I believe that people outside of our main little circle of family and friends, people we don't know, I think they're going to care more about each other. And they're going to get themselves back to being with the Supreme Father, with God, Allah, whatever you call him. And once they find that spiritual path back to our Father, once they can get back on the path of righteousness and goodness, love will come into their heart and stay there. And that love and that light that we all are can vibrate with the world. Now, one of our meditators who are listening thought that was Sister Janti, but it was not. It was a different sister that we have, Jenna. But I want to play this as long as you said, Sister Janti, I do have something beautiful to play for you of hers. So let's listen to her, because she is telling us how to heal ourselves, because we're hurting too, and how to heal the world out there. It's a beautiful meditation, so let's listen.
Designed by nature to give me all the access I need to relationships, communication, contact with the world out there, and also allows me to share my thoughts, my feelings, all that I need to do to connect with others around me. Staying deep within, I connect with the store of peace that I hold within myself. I let my thoughts slow down and choose the one thought of peace. I am a being of light. I am a being of peace. And I connect to the one above, the Supreme, the Divine. As soon as I make the connection, I feel the warmth the love, the joy of connecting with the eternal parent. But now, my parent knows my greatest need at this moment. And my parent surrounds me with an orb of light. It is a light of love, the light of purity, the light of truth. And this is my protection. Wherever I go, I carry this protection with myself. And staying at home allows me to strengthen this connection. And I extend that protection out to all those whom I love the most, so that they too are surrounded by this light of truth and purity and love. But it reaches out even further and extends across the entire planet, so that the entire human family, all forms of life, and nature itself experiences this safety and protection.
Om Shanti. That was Sister Janti. How beautiful. Just have the light surround you in your circle of love. We are here in our circle of love, and we're so grateful that all of you have joined us today. I want to give a shout out to a very dear sister of ours who is recovering. That's Sister Chiria from Peace Village, who I believe has a broken leg or ankle. I don't remember at this time, but I know it was something that was broken. And so we're sending you good wishes and peaceful wishes and a shout out to you to get better as soon as you can. We would love that, and one day have you come back to Florida and be with us. Sister Cherry was with us at the library, and we had the best time, and I have a wonderful picture of her and I by the big tree outside of the library. So that's a nice memory to hold on to. So it looks like our time is coming to a close. I always hate to have it do that because I pick out at least 8 meditations, and I so want you to hear them all, but we don't have the time. We could stay here all day. I wouldn't mind, because we're all at home now, and we have to remain at home in our space, and when we can go out. When you feel comfortable venturing out there in the world. But right now I'm very contented. God told us to write contentment across our forehead. I feel very contented to stay at home, meditate. Music is part of my life, as my husband was a singer. So I'm very happy to stay at home and be here with all of you on Tuesday morning. So remember next Tuesday, and remember, you are peace, and you are light, and you are love. So now, you know we have to make a circle and dance a little bit, so let's do that. Right now, you can stand up, hold hands. One day Juanita told us she was holding hands with her cats and dancing, so we can do that. We can do that and listen to this music and finish up today with the light and the love in our heart to share with the world. Let's listen. Da da da.
stand up and shout and say, I am the one. 'Cause there's been too much crying and talk of being free. You gotta jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. No more time to waste on photos of the past. There's a star with your name on it and a love that's gonna last. 'Cause there's been too much holding on and talk of being free. You gotta take it all with you and be who you were born to be. Now I know the ice is melting, all the ships are going home, and the wind is getting colder and we feel more and more alone. So stop all your excuses, got the answers all for free. Jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. Who you were born to be. Sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Jump off that cliff and be, jump off that cliff and be, jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. Who you were born to be. Who you were born to be.
Woo! Om Shanti. Wow, that's so great. I have one more thought to let you think about for the week. And that's as things are happening on the outside, become detached and loving. You can watch everything by being detached and not taking that sorrow into you. Detached and loving. May the angels watch over you until next week, and may you all have the peace inside and shared with the world. Be a lighthouse and a might house. Om Shanti, and see you next week. Bye-bye.